Okay guys, let's move on to the second RC of CAT 2024 slot 3. There is a group in the space community who view the solar system not as an opportunity to expand human potential but as a nature preserve. Forever, the provenance of an elite group of scientists and their sanitary robotic probes. So there is a certain strata in the space community which believes that space is not opportunity to expand human potential, but it is a nature which should be preserved. That is why they use sanitary robotic probes. These planetary protection advocates call for avoiding harmful contamination of celestial bodies. Okay, that is why they send sanitary robotic probes. Under this regime, NASA incurs great expenses sterilizing the robotic probes in order to prevent the contamination of an entirely theoretical biosphere. So, words like these suggest that the author is very critical of this whole practice of preserving a biosphere which is yet theoretical. Correct? We don't know if that really exists. This has just been assumed that there is some life which can be jeopardized if we use unsanitary robotic probes. So author is critical of this practice. Transporting bacteria would matter if Mars were the vital world once imagined by the astronomers who mistook optical illusions for canal. So author is saying that this practice would have been reasonable if there would have been actual life on the Mars as once assumed by these astronomers who once misunderstood these optical illusions for canals. Correct. So this would have been reasonable earlier, but now this is totally unreasonable because this has been discovered that there is no life on the Mars. Nobody wants to expose Martians to measles, but sadly, robotic exploration reveals a bleak, rusted landscape lacking oxygen and flooded with radiation, ready to sterilize any earthly microbes. So the author is saying that we do not want to infect Martians, people living on Mars with measles or anything. But वहाँ पे कोई मिलना भी तो चाहिए. So as the images which we have got so far reveals a bleak, unclear, rusted landscape where there is no life, and in an environment like this, an earthly microbe would barely survive and would not survive at all maybe. So there is no point doing all of this sterilizing and everything. Simple life might exist underground or down at the bottom of deep canyon, but it has been very hard to find with robots. Maybe there exists life. The author is pointing at the possibility of life's existence on that planet. But if even if that is the case, it must be at a very deep canyon, which would be very hard to find with the robots. So if that is the case, what is the point sanitizing these robots? The upsides from human exploration and development of Mars clearly outweighs the welfare of purely speculative Martian fungi. So, author is saying that the benefits of human exploration and development of Mars is clearly more than saving some purely fictional Martian fungi, some purely hypothetical species. Correct. So the author is saying that if you would relocate the funds to human exploration and development of Mars, that would be more beneficial than saving that Martian fungi by sanitizing your robots. The other likely targets of human exploration, development, and settlements are Moon and the asteroids exist in a desiccated, radiation-soaked realm of hard vacuum and extreme temperatures variation that would kill nearly anything. Correct. So the other planets which humans explorations take place on are these moons and asteroids, which exist in a very desiccated radiation soaked environment where life would be very difficult. Correct. Nothing can survive there. It's also important to note that many international competitors will ignore the demand of these protection extremists in any case. So author is saying that even if you agree to this, even if you continue doing this, there are other countries who wouldn't follow rules as who wouldn't follow similar rules. Correct? They would keep contaminating the planet. So what is the point of you continuing it? If they would do it, the planet is going to get contaminated in contaminated anyways, correct? So what is the point of you spending so much money here? For example, China recently sent a terrarium to the moon and germinated plant seed. So they are taking examples of other countries uh, who have not taken enough precautions like the US is doing, with unsurprisingly no protest from its own scientific community. So there was no protest from China's scientific community. In contrast, when it was recently revealed that a researcher had surreptitiously smuggled super resilient microscopic tardigrades abroad, the ill-fated Israeli Beresheet lunar probe, a firestorm was unleashed within the space community. But if you would take the case of Israel, so they have taken the case of China where there was no response. But if you take the case of Israel, there was a firestorm in the community. There was a big what we call there was a big problem when this was revealed in the Israeli community, Israeli scientific community. So you see the response of different countries is different to this sanitation drive, correct? So the author is saying that maybe US would keep spending this amount of money, and US would try to keep it uncontaminated. But what about other countries? They would keep on doing what they are doing. They wouldn't agree with US's law, right? So the space is going to get contaminated anyways. So what is the point of US spending so much money on it? NASA's previous human exploration efforts made no serious attempt at sterility. So if you would see the previous attempt of NASA, the previous missions of NASA's previous space exploration missions, so there was no attempt at sterility. At that time, they weren't focusing so much on sanitization. With little notice, as the Mars expert Robert Zubrin noted in the National Review, US lunar landings did not leave the campsite cleaner than they found it. So this lunar landings, these moon missions, the astronauts which went there, they did not clean the place. They left it as it is. They did not took care of this contamination problem. Apollo's bacteria infested litter included bags of feces. So the thing which they left behind had a lot of litter including feces, forcing NASA's proposed Mars exploration to do better, scrubbing everything and halting out all the trash would destroy NASA's human exploration budget and encroach on the agency's other directorates too. So if NASA would keep spending so much money on this sanitization problem, the budget for other parts of the project would get crumbled, would get affected, and the overall mission would get affected. Correct. So the NASA need to cut down on that cost. Getting future astronauts off Mars is enough of a challenge without trying to tote weeks of waste along as well. So पहले एस्ट्रोनॉट को मार्स पे भेजना ही अपने आप में एक प्रॉब्लम है, एंड साथ साथ में यू वांट टू टोट देयर वीक्स ऑफ वेस्ट एज वेल, so that would just add on to the existing problem. A reasonable compromise is to continue on the course laid out by the US government and the National Research Council, which propose a system of zones on Mars. Wait a second. A system of zones on Mars, some for science only, some for habitation, and some for resource exploitation. So what they should do instead is they should go with the regime proposed by US government and the National Research Council, that they should segregate the land into certain parts and should keep certain parts for certain activities, like some for habitation, some for resource exploitation. Correct. This approach minimizes the contamination, maximizes scientific exploration. Mars presents a stark choice of diverging human future. We can turn inward, pursuing even more limited futures while we wait whichever natural or man-made disaster will eradicate our species and life on Earth. So Mars has very promising future for us. So if we will wait, if we will keep doing these sanitization drive and will keep focusing on these small trivial issues, so there might come a time where there would be a man-made disaster or natural disasters which will eradicate our whole species, and we would keep waiting on it. And the future, which the brighter future we had on Mars, would be lost. So we have a choice to make. Either we can keep focusing on these stupid things and would keep delaying our exploration, or we can just go head to hill about it and explore the Mars. Alternatively, we can choose to propel our biosphere further into our solar system, simultaneously protecting our home planet and providing a backup plan for the only life we know exists in the universe. Are the lives on Earth worth less than some hypothetical microbe lurking under the Martian rocks? So the author is saying that if we would keep delaying our drives like this by adding such trivial things to it, by adding more budget constraints to it, there might come a time where we wouldn't. Our time on Earth is less. We are continuously continuously under threat. Correct. So if we would keep postponing it, our prospect on Mars would get duller and duller. Correct. So alternatively, what we can do is we can choose to protect our home planet ka biosphere, and in the meantime we can also prepare a backup plan on the only place where we know life exists, which is Mars. Correct. And at last he is raising a question, that is life on Earth less valued than some hypothetical microbe which we are trying to save by this sterilization process and everything. Correct. So that was the RC, guys. Let's move on to the question. Okay, question number 1. The author mentions all of the following reasons to dismiss concerns about contaminating Mars, except the use of similar probes on astronomical bodies like the moon have had little effect. Little effect on the environment? No. We don't know if it had affected the Mars environment or not. Why author mentioned this example of this astronomical bodies is that there has been space exploration in the past where these concerns of contamination were not taken into consideration, but still those exploration took place, and if the body had to get contaminated, it already would have. There is no point saving it now. Correct. That is why the author mentioned this example. But we cannot say if it had little effect on the environment of the moon. No. So this is something which the author did not mention as a reason to dismiss concern. Correct. Let's just read the other option and let's see if it get eliminated on its own. The lack of evidence of living organism on Mars makes possible contamination from earthly microbes a moot point. So author has again and again mentioned in the passage that there is no point saving some hypothetical species. So the author is saying that we don't know for sure if life exists on Mars, and there is no point taking all these precautions if we don't know if the life actually exists on the Mars. So this is one of the reasons author mentioned why we shouldn't be so much concerned about contamination on Mars. Okay, so this is a reason. So this is not our answer. Earlier exploration have already contaminated pristine space environments. Yes, this is the reason. So we cannot say if it had little effect on it, but we can say that it already had contaminated the space environment. So there is no point taking precautions now. So this also is not. This was also a reason to dismiss the concern. So this is also not our answer. Efforts to contain contamination of Mars are likely to be derailed as competitor countries may not follow similar restrictions, as was the case of China. So again, there is no point, like I explained in the passage, that if US keeps on doing it but the other countries don't, so So the contamination which was to take place, which would ultimately take place. So there is no point them saving it. So this was also one of the reasons, but only the first was not the reason. Correct. Hence, first is our correct option. Next question. The contrasting restriction to the Chinese and Israeli contamination of lunar space. Okay. What could be the reason behind this contrasting reaction? Reveals global biases prevalent in attitude towards different countries. Biases? There was so the reaction which author mentioned was very national, which was very indigenous. So how it reveals the biases of different countries towards different countries. If US would have criticized Israel and would not have criticized China, then it would have revealed some bias. But the reaction was from indigenous scientific community only. So this cannot be our answer. Wrong. Indicate that national scientists may have different sensitivities to issues of biosphere protection. Now this is something which was mentioned in the passage. The author said that the Israeli scientific community took a toll on the scientists who did that, but the Chinese community was very okay with it. So this is the reason why that example was mentioned in the passage. So this is a correct option. Let's just read the other two options. Are valid as the contamination of lunar environment from animal sources is far greater than from plants. Okay. How can we guess that the contamination from animal sources is greater than from plants? Has this ever been mentioned in the passage? So the answer is no. This is not our answer. Are evidence of China's reasonable approach? So author never said that the China's approach was reasonable towards space contamination. And even if that is implied, if that can be inferred, this was not the reason why these two examples was given, or the reason behind contrasting reactions. Correct. So this is also not our option. Hence our correct option is option 2. Next question. The author's overall tone in the first paragraph can be described as, okay, as we have discussed here, he was saying that the biosphere is theoretical. He was very critical of NASA's this move. So we're looking for something negative, right? Equivocal about the reasons extended by the group of scientists seeking to limit space exploration. Was he clear about it? The answer is no. He wasn't clear about it. He had problems with it. Approving the amount of money NASA spends on to restrict the spread of contamination in space. Was he approving? No, he had a strong disapproval about it. Correct. So this is also not our answer. Indifferent. Was he indifferent? He was constantly criticizing the NASA's move in the passage to the elitism of a few scientists aiming to corner space exploration. This is also not our answer, because he wasn't indifferent to it. He was critical about it. Skeptical. Now this is a negative word. This is what we are looking for. If we wouldn't have read any of these, so of course it is very necessary to read the whole option in order to eliminate it properly. But even if we wouldn't have read it, it could be inferred from this word only, that these are 3 positive words, but this is the only word which is negative. So we were skeptical about excessive efforts to sanitize the planets where life has not yet been proven to exist. Hypothetical biosphere, as I mentioned earlier. So hence this is our correct option. Fourth question. The author is unlikely to disagree with any of the following except. So we have unlikely to disagree. So we are looking for something to agree. So he would agree on all of the following except the exorbitant cost of continuing to keep the space exploration pristine may be unsustainable. Yes, he would agree on it. So we are looking for something which he wouldn't agree on. He would agree on all of the following, but one. That while NASA's earlier missions were not ideal in their approach to space contamination, they likely did not grave damage. Yes, he would agree on this as well. That is why he gave examples of Moon, that Apollo mission, that after that mission, astronauts left a lot of litter on the environment, but that did not cause grave damage. So this is also correct. The proposal for zonal segregation of Martian landscape into regions for different purpose. Yes, he would agree on this as well. He has mentioned this in the passage that the NASA should go on with national recommendations. Correct. This is mentioned here. Continue to course laid out by the US government and National Research Council. The course was that a system of zones on Mars should be imposed. So he would agree on this as well. But if you would look at the fourth option, it says that space contamination should be minimized until the possibility of life on the astronomical body being explored is ruled out. Correct? He wouldn't agree on this, that he wouldn't want, he is totally against this space contamination drive. Correct? So he wouldn't agree on this. Hence our correct option is fourth. So that was the RC, guys. I'll see you in the next video with another RC. Thank you. And please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already.